Listen to this. A minister dies and is waiting in line at the pearly gates. Ahead of him is a man dressed in a loud shirt, jeans, and sunglasses. Peter asked, "Who are you?" The man replied, "Joe Cohen, taxi driver, New York City." Peter checked his list and handed him a silk robe and a gold staff and said, "Enter into heaven." The minister steps forward and says, "I'm Joseph Snow, pastor of St. Mary's." Peter checks his list and handed him a cotton robe and a wooden staff. The minister said, "Wait a minute, the taxi driver gets a silk robe and gold staff. How can this be?" Peter replied, "Up here we work by results. When you preached, people slept. When he drove, people prayed." According to the Alaska Department of Fish and Game, while both male and female reindeer grow antlers in the summer, male reindeer lose their antlers at the start of winter in early November. Female reindeer keep theirs until the spring. This means that all of Santa's reindeer, from Rudolph to Blitzen, had to be female. She goes on to say, "We should have known only women could drag around a fat man wearing a red velvet suit all around the world in one night and not get lost." A group of elderly ladies were driving down the highway when an officer pulled their car over and asked, "Do you realize you were only going 35 miles an hour?" The driver answered back, "Yes, I do." "Well, why were you going so slow?" he asked. She said, "Because the sign says 35. The officer chuckled and said, "No, ma'am, that's the number of the freeway. This is Highway 35. And by the way, why do those ladies in the back seat look so terrified?" The little old lady grinned and said, "Because we just got off Highway 95. The pastor was in the lobby greeting people as they left one Sunday. He came across a man he hadn't seen in some time. He pulled him aside and said, "Sir, you need to join the army of the Lord." The man replied, "I'm already in the army of the Lord." The pastor looked confused and said, "How come I only see you on Easter and Christmas?" The man whispered back, "I'm in the Secret Service."